Welcome back to Justin's Joint. Well, welcome back to Justin's Joint. It's a beautiful morning, Saturday morning. I'm actually waiting for my dad to get here. So I figured I'd come out here on the deck. The weather is absolutely gorgeous, and just have a cup of coffee and a bowl. And I figured I might bring you guys along. The tobacco of the day. And the next one I'm going to try to finish, because I in fact did finish Fleet Commander. That was one of the things I talked about in my last video. And the next tobacco on the list of stuff to finish is this. Rustica. Rustica. Now, I'm glad that I didn't buy a bunch of this. I bought one tin, and I bought it because of the hype. Is it a bad tobacco? No. It's not necessarily a bad tobacco. Is it a tobacco that I particularly like a lot? It's definitely not. I mean, I'll smoke it. Don't get me wrong. It's just one of those tobaccos that makes me feel nauseous. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's one of the things I don't like in a tobacco. So, let's go ahead and set one of these. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I've got 7 flakes left, which usually I can get 2 flakes in a bowl, but I usually don't make it all the way through. So I think for today's sake, I'm going to put about 1.5 flakes. But let me get a flake out here on one of my tobacco trays and show you guys what they look like. So here's what they look like. And I know I said my videos weren't going to be tobacco centric. Turned out for this one I lied. Whatever. This is what it looks like. You know, and it's aged pretty good. There's not really any sugar crystals presenting themselves for the most part. There might be a few. I mean, it smells nice. It smells nice, and there's no doubt. That's the thing with this tobacco. It's a decent tobacco. It just is very strong, and you know, I like to relax when I have a pipe. That's the whole point. It's just to sit back and relax. And if I'm sitting back trying to relax and feeling like I'm about to throw up, that kind of defeats the whole purpose of relaxing. So that's what I think about this tobacco. Some of you guys probably love this stuff. Maybe you've got a higher nicotine tolerance than me. Maybe I'm just a big wuss. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think that they're making this stuff anymore, which doesn't really matter, because even if they were, I wouldn't buy anymore. Just one of those things. So here we have my tobacco tray that has the flakes rubbed out. This, by the way, is my own design of a 3D printed tobacco tray. If you happen to have a 3D printer, you can find this tobacco tray on Thingiverse. I uploaded it so you could print it out. It actually works pretty good. You rub out your tobacco and then you use this side to just kind of run it right back in the jar. Works really well. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pack it up. I haven't eaten anything for breakfast yet, so this is probably a huge mistake. Actually, this is going to be a terrible mistake. I should go eat something first, because this stuff is going to hit me like a bomb. It's going to hit me like a bomb. I mean, maybe it makes for better video if I just like make myself throw up doing this, but whatever. I'm too lazy to go eat something. Actually, just the thought of this The thought of smoking this is starting to make my stomach turn. But we'll see what happens. I'll just kind of have to take it easy. I might have... Whoa, hello. Just throw your pipe on the ground, Justin. It's alright, don't worry about it. Might have to take a break, though. Flake and a half, pretty much filled up the bowl. Almost to the top, that's about where I like it. Smoking this in my Spanish clipper. Alright, well, we're going. And like, don't inhale it. Don't inhale it. You know, like I said, just about lost my lighter down under the deck. This tobacco's not bad. Taste-wise, it's great. It's fine. It's the way that it makes me feel that I really hate. You know, and it's not bad enough that I would just throw it away. It's one of those things that I've tried to smoke very slowly. You know, once in a while I'll break out some Rustica. So far, so good. You know, I'm barely into it, but I mean, the tobacco itself is great. It's good. I just wish it wasn't so heavy on the nicotine. Somebody's doggy wants in. This really is my favorite time of the year. It's not really hot. It's not cold anymore. Everything is green. The birds are out. Yeah, I like to just sit out here and enjoy the scenery. I have a clematis that I planted a couple of years ago that this year really was its first big year. The flowers are pretty much all done now, but I don't know if you know what a clematis is, but it's like a flowering vine, and it puts out just tons of like purple and white flowers. It's gorgeous. About halfway through, and you know, I've got an empty stomach, and honestly I've been taking it real easy. So I think that combined with the fact that I'm putting a little coffee down there, it's making this go quite nice. Now I'm only halfway through though. We'll see what happens about the next quarter. Once I get down to the bottom, that's where it really starts to set in. The green to the gills feeling. But right now, you know, this isn't too bad. It's honestly quite pleasant. You know, maybe it's the ambiance of what's going on around here. You know, just the birds chirping, the nice weather, nice beautiful still day. maybe that's helping me to, you know, kind of keep that under control. I don't know. I can only guess. This is where the queasiness starts to set in. You know, there's a point in the bowl where the taste of the tobacco changes just ever so slightly, and it's at that point. It's hard to explain, but it changes just a little bit, and it becomes a little bit more. It's hard to explain. It just changes. I think the way that I would describe it is in terms of like guitar tone, because it's what I know. It's guitar stuff. You know, it starts out as, you know, nice and full-bodied. You got highs, mids, and lows all in a good mix. That taste change is basically like taking the mids and turning them all the way up. Again, it's not bad. It's just that that's when you know the nicotine is about to set in. And it's setting in. And that's how you know. And I think what it is, you know, the nicotine deposits itself in the lower levels of tobacco in the pipe, and then as you get down and you start burning through that, then you really start to get it. And I just tasted a change, and I'm feeling it already. It's kind of got me a little bit light in the head. In fact, I'm gonna. Yep. And I got this feeling right about here. We'll keep pressing on though. Man, I wish this stuff wasn't such a nicotine bomb, because like the tobacco itself is good. I know I sound like a broken record here, but that really is the case. The tobacco itself is good. I just can't bring myself to really like it though. I've hit about the 3/4 point in this bowl, and the lightheadedness has surely set in. As a matter of fact, I don't know how much further I'm going to be able to go. I'm going to have to stop. Like if I sit here, I'm fine, but if I move to grab, like grab my coffee, yeah, you know, I'm kind of jittery a little bit now. Oh, it's giving me the burps too. That's never a good thing. The other thing that happens sometimes when I smoke this is it gives me the hiccups. That hasn't happened, thankfully, because when I get the hiccups, it's like the rest of the day. Oh, wow. Alright, fellas. I think that's going to do it for me. I don't know how much more I can take, and my camera is about to die. So, till next time right here in the joint, where hopefully I won't be smoking Rustica. I'm going to work real hard to try to finish this by the end of the weekend. By my calculations, I have about 3.5 bowls left, and I think I probably can manage that this weekend. So
After that, no more Rustica. And I can honestly say, good riddance. I just don't like this feeling. Don't like this at all. So, till next time, right here in the joint, we'll see you guys later.